At more than 8,000 new home construction sites each year, America's home builders are discovering a way to build homes that are stronger, more comfortable, and twice as energy efficient as their competitors. This 21st century building system uses structural insulated panels, called SIPs for short, that streamline the process of framing and insulating the exterior envelope. These engineered wood panels are measured and cut in a climate-controlled factory and arrive at the construction site ready to be assembled like a giant 3D jigsaw puzzle. The panels fit together snugly to form the exterior shell of the home.
One of the big benefits of a structural insulated panel house is the walls themselves are solid sheets of oriented strand board both on the inside and the outside of the home with foam in between. It's actually adhesively welded to the foam itself. Now, since it is solid foam, you may be wondering, how do you get the electrical wires and plumbing into the walls themselves? Well, if you see these red lines, that's actually chases built in the foam to run our wiring. You can see right here that there's a hole going in, and it runs right down this red line. Anywhere we want to put an outlet or a switch, we just cut a hole in the oriented strand board. You can see on this sample here how the red line runs down. You can see the chase right there going all the way to the other end of the panel.
Electricians, plumbers, and other trades who are used to stick-built houses have to adjust their approach and use different techniques with SIPS panels. But many find the process simpler and easier once they become familiar with it. Jim Leroy is a member of the Structural Insulated Panel Association, who's been constructing homes with SIPS for 15 years. He says building with SIPS creates a superior home for his customers, who spread the word and send him a greater number of referrals every year. But it's not just the homeowners who benefit from building with SIPs.
Well, one of the things I think that is important to builders is the site time, the amount of time necessary on the site to erect a house. And that site time can be greatly reduced with structural insulated panels. When a pre-cut package arrives at the site, most all of the lengths are cut, the openings are cut, the pieces are measured and pre-measured and set to go off CAD drawings, so there's very little site work that has to be done in cutting.
Sill plates are placed over foam construction and attached to the perimeter of the foundation. Then each panel is set on top of the sill plate, locked into its neighboring panels, and permanently nailed or screwed into place. Even if they've never worked with SIPs before, because they are wood products, any experienced framing crew can adapt their skills quickly and easily to construct the floor, exterior walls, and roof of an average home in about 2 to 7 days, depending on the size and design of the home.
The tools needed are the same tools that most carpenters have in their toolboxes. Instead of building with one piece at a time, we're building in 4-foot modules, just standing up 4 foot at a time.
The solid foam panels provide even thermal insulation throughout the exterior envelope of the home. Every inch of thickness has an estimated R value of 4 to 7. Because the roof panels have the same solid foam core as the wall panels, there's no need to add insulation to your attic. In fact, you don't even have to include an attic in your design.
Your entire shape of your house is your envelope. It's not a box with a hat on it. The full shape of your house is your interior environment. That's why many people incorporate these cathedral-type spaces in their designs, that we don't have to go to extra efforts to create these cathedral spaces.
While building with SIPs affords greater design flexibility, it also creates a stronger exterior shell with even thermal insulation throughout every panel. As a result, you begin building a reputation for constructing a quiet, comfortable home with seemingly no air infiltration at all.
The fact that the panels come in 4 foot and sometimes 8 foot wide sections, we have fewer seams, therefore fewer opportunities for air infiltration. As we assemble the product, the air infiltration problems are taken care of themselves. So we have a very, very, very tight structure.
Building your customer's home with SIPs can save them as much as 40 to 60% on the cost of heating and cooling their home. And since building with SIPs costs about the same as building the same home with stick frame construction, your customers will actually pay less to live in a SIPs home through lower monthly energy bills.
Energy efficiency is obviously one of the great byproducts of this building system. It's the heart of the system. There's some great documentation. Each manufacturer has follow-ups from clients that are living in the houses that are just incredible.
But lower energy costs are not the only way homeowners can save money. The tremendous energy efficiency of structural insulated panels is recognized and endorsed by the EPA's Energy Star program. which means your customers may be able to qualify for a bigger mortgage, a lower interest rate, or lower closing costs. One of the great benefits of a SIP home is that virtually all drafts are eliminated. So instead of air leaking in through the walls, ventilation of the home is controlled through the use of mechanical ventilation. This enables the homeowner to bring in just the right amount of fresh air to ensure that the indoor air quality is just what it should be for healthy and comfortable living. And homeowners see energy savings in the first few months they live in the home. In cases where you're not using a concrete slab foundation or you're building a second story to the home, another engineered wood product can provide spectacular floor supports. Engineered I-joist.
An I-joist is much stronger than a 2x12 because it's oriented strand board between two solid pieces of wood. That means that it won't warp at a later date, so our floor is not going to squeak when you get up for that midnight snack. You don't want to wake up your significant others. Another good benefit of an I-joist is that we can cover much greater spans. We can have an open feel to the whole house because we don't need as many walls to support the second floor of the home.
The oriented strand board, or OSB, in both the I-joists and the structural insulated panels make them very earth-friendly building materials.
We're using fast-growing trees to create the OSB and the engineered wood products that we use in the homes.
Fast-growing trees are a renewable resource that can be used instead of depleting old forests that take decades to grow back. Today's environmentally conscious homebuyers will appreciate this ecological quality of building with SIPs. And there are even more ways that SIPs are earth-friendly. Foam scraps are commonly recycled to create many other products, such as packaging. Increased energy efficiency means less fuel to be burned for heating. And since building with SIPs also creates much less waste than stick-built construction, that's a benefit for you and the environment.
Well, one of the benefits of pre-engineered, pre-cut package is that all the materials that come to the site are the same materials that will be stood up as the home. With a well-orchestrated project, the waste can be fit in a wheelbarrow.
Because the SIPs panels and engineered I-joists are pre-built in a factory, the walls, floors, and ceilings of the home will be smooth, straight, and true. So the job of adding wallboard, cabinets, and trim will be streamlined. The job of hanging cabinets on a SIPs wall is especially easy, since the solid panels have uniform strength over every square inch of wall surface. There's no need to search around for studs inside the wall. It's a frequent misconception that SIPs is a new technology, but it's actually been used in home construction since the 1950s.
It's a similar technology that they use in airplane construction. So it's a sound-proven technology. The two skins work together with the foam core to create a I-beam type construction, which is 3 times stronger than the same thickness stick-built construction. As far as the perception that it's new, it's really not. We've had many houses up for many years.
It's a technology whose application becomes more relevant every day, as a growing number of home builders and their customers decide it just makes sense to build a stronger, more comfortable, more energy efficient, and environmentally friendly home with structural insulated panels.